Tighten up those belts. It's time to go.
Wheels up. That's what we do around here.
That'd be number 5.
We get loosey-goosey with that.
One more. Pour me up. This would be number 6.
See, Matt just gets the Coke all over the bottle, so he doesn't have to take a chaser. It's pre-mixed.
It's pre-mixed.
It's like that two-stroke.
You gonna pour me? You just gonna spill it everywhere.
I guess I just want to spill it all over my shit.
To Wheels Up.
Wheels up. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Wheels Up Wednesday. This is Season 2, Episode number 15, and we have someone new over here sitting on my left side. Cody Dawns, you know him best as fireman / I don't know, every once in a while driver, but you are coming out of retirement this weekend, Cody.
I am coming out of retirement. Thanks to Bobby Jackson and Joshua Jackson, I'll be running a Legend at Vado Speedway this weekend.
And I'm really jealous of you two about that whole thing because you're going to actually go to Vado Speedway Park, which I think we've documented it pretty well here on the Wheels Up Wednesday podcast. Beautiful, brand new racetrack built down south, right in between Las Cruces and El Paso. But you get to go there before I do. I'll be there July 20th in the sprint car, but you get to go check it out this weekend. How excited are you for that?
Well, I always told myself I'll never drive a Legend.
Why?
Because everybody thinks they're just the best. And I hate people who think things are the best. Honestly, I've never driven a Legend in my life. Everybody around me loves Legends. So I have to hate them. I think
it's a pretty cool car.
I've
only driven one on asphalt because Jason let us play around. Yeah.
Well, luckily, Josh has good stuff. So
that's a good car.
It's a very good car. And everybody's he wins out there a lot. So I'm in good hands. So when he asked me, I didn't hesitate to say no.
Yeah.
But
how did that whole thing come together, by the way? Because he's still a good wheelman in that car.
Oh, definitely. So I'm racing his car that he raced last year.
Okay.
He got a brand new car this year. And so there was a guy that was running for him. I want to say Robert Gayton.
Oh, he had Robert Gayton in the car?
I think he had Robert Gayton in the car for a while.
I thought he had Dusty in the car for a while.
And then he had Dusty. Well, Dusty just wrecked his car 2 weekends ago. I mean, destroyed the car.
Fired?
I don't know. But all I know is I saw the video. There was a car that was getting squarely in front of him. And he didn't slow down fast enough. And he ended up getting his front nose caught up in it and just right to the wall.
You know, funny you bring that up because there was another race this weekend where something kind of similar happened over in USAC action with Robert Ballou at Kokomo Speedway on Sunday. He won the race.
He got tangled up, though. He had nowhere to go. He came off the top smoking fast. He came off fast.
And there was a lap car just sitting right in his way right after the start-finish line. Checkered flags waving, cars parked there.
And he smoked that fucker.
He really did.
Where's your shot?
I mean, I got to feel bad for Robert Ballou, though. Suffered a broken arm in this incident. Picked up the win, but not in the way that he wanted to do it, I'm sure. That was a hard hit,
dude.
Cody.
He came off hard. He came off the corner hauling. And that guy he was right up top, and he came off sideways trying to drive it away from him and just smoked him.
Yeah.
Not good.
That was a pretty hard lick. I mean, it caught the bumper, I'm assuming right here on the upper part of his arm.
Oh, I'm sure that bar that comes across right here, his arm, because he was completely cocked over, and if you look naturally, your arm is down in there. Mm-hmm. He had it just boom.
Yeah.
It was not good. It made me cringe.
That was a rough one. Kind of going along with some more of the racing news, Ross Chastain, want to give a shout out to him this weekend. Everybody...
Is that Waterboy?
That's Watermelon Man.
Watermelon Man.
Watermelon Man Ross Chastain picking up another win this weekend. And hey, check it out. Ride heights were okay. No DQ.
Yeah, no, he did get DQ'd. I forgot what it was over.
It was for ride height rule.
Was it ride height?
Yeah, the front end was too high.
But it was a do or die.
By a lot, by the way.
It was a do or die. They are a small racing...
Small team.
Team. So they had to win that last one, and he won it.
He did. And with that win, and granted he makes up just a couple more points and stays within the top 20, which he will, that's no problem. Because really, you got to think about it. There's only about 8 truck teams there that are really going to have a chance to win.
He needed it, though.
But yes, Ross Chastain, he kind of threw all of his eggs in this basket here. to try to make a championship run in the Truck Series side this year instead of the Xfinity or the Cup Series. And he's really delivering over there in that 44 and 45 truck for Nice Motorsports. Again, it's a great team. They have some nice equipment, but it's way underfunded if you compare it to like Kyle Busch Motorsports or Thor Sport or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they make it rain at the club. Meanwhile, I think Nice Motorsports is playing the Jason Irwin approach, picking up the dollar bills from the strippers. Sonoma, really not a whole lot to talk about there. Truex dominates. I won $30. Happy about that. Something that was not so lucky, though, is a story that you found on the internet earlier today. You want to tell us about this Minnesota cat?
Okay, so I'll read it straight from the books. I was on the internet like everybody else. All of us millennials usually are. Can't even talk right now. And
so excited to share the story.
I know I was laughing so hard. So Miss Kirchhoff said that she was checking on her laundry at the end of a 35-minute cycle at her house, and she went in to go grab her laundry and saw a paw sticking out.
This is so messed up on so many levels.
Long story short, it was her cat that she had in there for 35 minutes with her laundry. Don't know how I guess cats like to lay on things. So I'm assuming she just picked
according
it up.
to the story, this cat goes in a washing machine and just thuds around for 35 minutes.
If you ever look, it gets filled up halfway. That guy was holding his breath for a hot
if you put
minute.
it to supersize or whatever.
That's true.
Then it gets filled up all the way.
So one of his 9 lives are gone for sure.
To be fair, the cat had to go to the vet. It did,
and they sucked out his lungs and his stomach, and it is expected to have a full recovery. So
good news at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But could you imagine how bad you would feel throwing your cat in the washing machine? Obviously an accident,
I really
but
wouldn't
still.
care. It's a cat. They got 9 lives. You could do it 9 times and they'll be all right.
I would feel terrible. I
do it 8
love
times, and the last one, that's when you're like, eh. But good luck to you, Felix, I think that's what his name is. Felix.
Felix would make more sense than Phoenix.
I read it.
Phoenix is like one of those dragon things, I think. Felix is a name for a cat.
Did you hear about that other story? There's a gas station in, I want to say, Mississippi, it read, where people were going in and using the microwave to warm up their piss to go pass a drug test that was next door to this convenience center.
No, that one might have missed my timeline.
Okay, well, there's a guy. He owns a store, a little small corner store, and right next to it is a drug testing place for, if you get hired or whatever. And he said there was people. I don't know exactly. It just said, drug testing faculty. And he was seeing a whole bunch of, people walking in using his microwave and then leaving, not buying anything or anything like that. And he started noticing that people were taking little cans of the piss in, warming it up because you have to get it at 98, 110 degrees. And
110 degrees.
I don't know exactly.
Piss.
Well, think about it. If you get it at 110, oh yeah, if you get it at 110, walk 5 blocks or whatever you said it was, it's going to cool down to 98 or 97, whatever it comes out as. And
are you speaking because you've done this, or
no? I have not done this. But yeah, and then another story. I don't know if you saw this. Domino's had a promotion. If you get their tattoo or their logo tattooed on you, you get 100 free pizzas for 100 years.
I would think, and this is what the marketing guy over there has got to think too. Nobody's going to do that, right?
Right.
You would think, who the hell would tattoo a logo?
They have some pretty cool tattoos, dude. They have one of a shark eating the logo. There's all sorts of cool tattoos that they get.
But there's a lot of people that ended up doing this.
So they had to cancel the promotion because there was over, what did they say, like 10,000 people or something like that got their logo tattooed on their body for free pizza.
Would you do that? You're the only one out of the group here that has a tattoo.
I do, but I would not. Give me about 6 more shots and I might think about it. But Domino's Pizza is not that good. If it was like, I don't know, like.
Don't say Dion's.
No, I want to say more like, what's that other place? Mario's.
So you'd rather have a fat Italian dude holding a pizza like this?
Well, yeah, because then you could just be like, oh, that's my uncle that passed away. You could play it off. At Domino's, it's red and blue and it has 2 dots and a dot. That's gay. If you get a fat Italian guy, you just be like, oh, I want to.
Cody, show him your tattoo.
I gotta see it.
So original. Did you win a contest for that one at least?
You know what? I was dating a young woman at the time that liked tattoos.
That's the best you think. You could get literally...
I just turned 18.
Any piece of art in the entire world, and you're like,
okay,
just throw in a circle, a couple strings, whatever.
The real thing was I've always wanted a tattoo. I just didn't know what. So coming from New Mexico,
was that the cheapest thing there?
It still came out to like $100, but she paid for it.
She paid for it? You didn't pay for your own tattoo?
I went to go pay for it, and he goes, "Oh, you're good." And I was like, I kind of like was questioning. I was like, "What the fuck? This guy just really like he had his breath fucking stank." Oh God! I mean, his head was here, and I still smelled his breath the whole time. I looked at her.
Well, yeah, it's like, coming up. It's like radiating right on you.
I thought it was my. Never mind. It smelled so bad. So like he was tattooing me, and I mean it hurt because it was right on the bone. But I didn't want it to where my parents could see it at the time because they were all against it.
You also picked like the most white girl place to get a tattoo ever. You're like, you know what? For my first tattoo, let me get a little Zia right there on the hip.
Well, on the other side, I'm going to get the Belgian lion, which is a Belgian speaking.
At least you got a big old flagpole right in the middle.
Yes, sir.
Really sells it.
Really does sell it. I mean, I can swing both ways. No.
Yeah, I've heard.
Cool. Yep.
I got a story for you too.
Okay.
I know you did a lot of research. You're excited about coming on the show today, but I too found a more bizarre story than anything.
I doubt it.
So these guys were fishing. These guys are fishing, right? I'm not sure exactly where they were fishing. It was somewhere on Lake Michigan on Friday. And so this guy catches a big old steelhead, which is a nice sized fish. It's a big old guy. Brings it in. He's excited about it. Pulls it up. And I shit you not, there's a wedding ring zip tied to the back of this fish.
So the only thing I can assume is because it looks like a male's wedding ring. Doesn't look like a female.
Yeah, so this definitely looks like a male.
Oh, yeah. So
ring.
what I'm assuming is that a young lady thought it'd be, cool to do that for, like maybe he was a vagina and didn't want to ask her to marry him. Or I don't know, whatever the case is. And why Lake Michigan, though? That's huge.
So they actually figured out what happened. They figured out the backstory on this. So there's
a divorce. Oh, I got a divorce story.
Yeah, so it's a divorce story here. The guy's name, he's a fishing captain, Captain Jason Rose, got a divorce from this lady. This must have been a pretty torn up relationship to get rid of your ring like this. But what he says is he's a fishing guide, and she was always against him going and following his dreams and hated how much he went fishing. But that's like what he lived for. I'm assuming that's what like a girl telling us you can't go racing would be like. 4 years went by since the dude's divorce. Sound like you. Yeah. And he felt like he needed to get rid of the ring, but he didn't want to just, toss it to the bottom of the pond or
I would have sent it.
Or pawn it or anything like that. So he released it the only way that he knew how, which was...
Zip tie it to a fish.
Zip tie it to a big steelhead fish and release that bitch and let it go. Why? Why would anybody do that? I just don't understand.
It's terrible. Well, get this divorce story.
It lasted 7 weeks.
7 weeks.
On this fish.
That's it.
I thought it would be way more than that.
Oh yeah, it's a huge zip tie. It's one of those white ones too. It's a good one.
that
coming from a racer. I got another divorce story for you. Okay.
All right, I'll hear it. We got a couple minutes here.
I was reading on I think it was Facebook actually, and I came across this thing, and this guy in the middle of a divorce wins wins the lottery. I think it was like $2,200, something like that. No, it was more than that. I don't remember how much the amount was.
$2,200? That's the shittiest lottery I've ever heard.
Anyways, he wins the lottery, and he's in the middle of divorce. And he has to split it half with his ex. In the middle of a divorce. So it's like walking up and being like, hey, I won the lotto. Here's $1,200.
Don't get divorced, kids. Better yet, don't get married. One person that doesn't have to worry about that, though, is our guest that we have. They just came in through the door. We're going to get them all mic'd up. Caleb Stelzig, Terrence Stelzig's brother in the house tonight.
Repeat that. What was that last name again?
Stelzig. I tripped over it a little bit, not gonna lie. That's a tough one. See, I got it easy. Me and you.
Hill.
Dons, 4 letters, real easy.
Mick.
You start throwing Z's and shit in there and it just gets confusing. Nonetheless, Caleb Stelzig in the house tonight. We'll have him right now.
Welcome back. We got Caleb Stelzig with us. How you doing today, bud?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. A little drunk, but we're good.
Hey,
it's gonna be good.
By
interview.
that, he means it's just another Monday night for him.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm sure you're a lot more responsible than that.
But Caleb, stand up. Show him your shirt. This is one of my favorite drivers, and I heard it's one of his favorite drivers too. Kevin Thomas Jr. killing it. Killing it.
He is doing a good job this season.
Spencer, do you like him?
Yeah.
No, you don't. Shut up. Get out of here.
I will say I like the new driver, which is the old driver also of the Mean Green 69 machine.
But going back to
Freddie
it,
Bacon.
my other is Kyle Larson. And did you see that flip that he did? Trying to pass Kevin Thomas Jr.
Oh, yeah,
Do you remember that?
Yep, I
For
saw
the midget sprint week, or midget speed week?
This is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, it is. But dude, he went top shelf and just caught the berm a little too hard.
Yeah, he took a gnarly ride.
I know
He
this is a
really
little
did.
late, but dude, I got to talk about it. That was me and you were sitting next to each other and we're like, no. Oh! But I was going for Kevin Thomas, and I was like, wait, Larson's going to win this son bitch.
So then Cody's like, oh, only other dirt driver I know. Go Larson then.
Yeah, well, I've actually met both of them in person, and I got to say, Kevin Thomas Jr. was by far one of the nicest guys I've ever
Yes,
met.
I met KTJ too.
He's awesome, dude.
He's a good dude.
very short, though.
Yes.
Okay, I am 6'4". Anybody who is shorter than 6 foot is short to me. But he is very short. I mean, Kyle Larson, I would probably put Kyle Larson a little bit taller than Kevin Thomas Jr.
Well, we're talking to someone tonight that hasn't even hit their growth spurt yet, so you got to be a little bit careful.
But hey, Spencer, he's a better racer than you.
Hey, I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just throwing some facts.
The reason why I love this kid so much is because he's 13 years old, and he would spank any 18, 20, 21, 22, all the way up to 30-year-old. He is a damn good driver.
But those 31-year-olds have you covered, don't they?
I may not be able to count that far, but no, you were a very good shoe.
Thank you.
How was your win was it last weekend?
Yeah.
How was that? Okay, let me stop and time out there. What is your favorite win that you've ever had? Or the best win?
My best win? My first one.
And when was that?
It was last season, like 2 races before the Stampede.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, somewhere around there.
I remember that one. A little bit of contact.
Yeah.
Was it with Spencer?
Yeah.
Ooh, good
But
job.
he
My sisters flipped him to pass him.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Up on the wall. I'm not shitting you. I ran up to Spencer, and he's still spinning. And the lady goes, who's the president? He goes, the black one. That is his exact answer. And the lady looks at me and goes, and like turns away. And I'm not kidding you. It was so funny. They were passing for what, third?
I don't know.
And somebody got ahead of somebody. Anyways, and Spencer ended up on top of the wall, teeter-tottering, and I'm holding his car up. And they're asking him questions in the car. And he goes, what's the president? All he says was, the black one. That's all Spencer says. And I was laughing so hard, it was not even funny. But back to it. I'm sorry.
Back to the reason we're here tonight.
I'm sorry, but that was the funniest thing I've ever heard you say in my entire life. You're teeter-tottering after a flip, and you say the black one. That's all you had to say. I'm sorry.
He's not wrong.
He wasn't, because Obama was the president at the time, but it was just hilarious that he just straight-faced goes, the black one.
Hey, I didn't have a concussion on that one. We're good. Aztec, that one fucked me up pretty good. But
back to the story. I'm sorry. Just a little
back
side
to Caleb's season this year. You were killing it, dude. How many wins you at so far?
I have 2.
2?
Yeah.
And we haven't had but what, like 4, 6, I don't know, 5 races?
Yeah,
7 races.
Not
We're
that
7
many
races
races though.
We're 7 races deep. I have
No,
missed.
we're not.
I have missed the 5. No, there was 2 in Cart Canyon.
We're talking about now 600 or like just Sandia?
No, we're not talking Sandy's. I'm just talking in general.
Oh,
We've had 7 races, and he's won 2 of the 5 that were held at Sandia.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Needless to say, you're on fire this year.
On fire.
And you're coming up on another race this weekend, right?
Yes.
So how are you guys, like, I don't know, how do you prepare for each weekend? Do you go into it with a mentality of, like, pressure on your back, or are you guys pretty relaxed when you go into a weekend?
I'm pretty relaxed when I go into a race. I just stay level-headed. Don't get too big of an ego.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Spencer, you just take some notes.
This turned into a roast battle again, ain't it?
I'm sorry.
The most important thing to me is just to stay level-headed. Don't get a big ego.
And you're super young. How old are you right now?
14.
14? Just turned 14. So with that being said, you got to be one of the youngest micro drivers in the field, right? If not the youngest.
He is the youngest in the field right now.
Do you think that's intimidating to all the other drivers when they're, I mean, a lot of the times getting their butt kicked by a 14-year-old out there? Do you think that's frustrating for people?
I don't think so, because to me, anybody on the track's just another driver.
Mm-hmm.
Just that's how I thought about it at the shootout. I was racing with like 11-year-old kids. I was like, just another driver.
Speaking of the shootout, how was that?
It was good. We did
Really?
good. Yeah.
You actually have been to a racetrack that I've never raced in mini sprint on. I've raced go-karts back in the day. Remember, I don't know if you remember, but I blew a motor last race. I mean, the last year they ever had mini sprints. Had go-karts there. I blew a motor, and I was literally putting around the inside of the track. And I was in first place, putting around the inside, and about 1 lap to go, I got pushed out to the very outside. I've never been back since, and that was in 2009.
Is this story going somewhere?
What I'm saying is, dude, that's a place that I've never been, and I heard you did really good at that place.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite tracks. That track was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. No, there's a cool picture. You got to post this of him up on one wheel coming off the berm. He has a sick picture.
That's a pretty intimidating joint.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That berm is scary, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Even in a go-kart, it's as high as a go-kart. Like, I was looking right at it and going, oh, shit.
Yeah, when you watch it on TV, you're like, oh, that berm's not a bag.
Oh,
And
it's
then
a
you get on the
post.
track, you're like,
Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's
yeah.
a big guy, huh?
yeah.
No, but I have raced side by side with you a couple times, and I gotta admit, you are one of the best young drivers I've ever raced against. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Every other 13-year-old goes on straightaway like this. And this kid actually is a shoe. I was watching him in practice, and remember that practice when I was sending the infield with your dad? And this is when he first started. You weren't even allowed to race a car. And I looked at him and I go, he's gonna start winning some races, and look at you.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, seriously, like, this kid's a shoe. I don't know if you've ever seen him race from the outside. This kid is a shoe.
I have.
You better,
Hey,
you better watch out. Anybody in New Mexico
and Oklahoma and a lot of other places. Because
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys have done some traveling this year. I know you just came back from Amarillo, right?
Yeah.
How was that?
You got in a little bit of a tangle.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a tingle, yeah.
Now,
Well, explain the tangle, because I had never heard about this until
Okay.
just now.
So, no offense, but...
None offense taken.
Okay, so we're going to do a split bar, and we put a 750 in the left rear instead of the right rear.
okay.
So, it was pushing off the track.
Oh, yeah, I bet
So
it would.
I went up the track, and they had this rule where you had to go all the way around until you get back to the cones.
Yes.
So I get back on the cone, and this guy passes me. And by the time I get back on the track, I could tell he's the biggest squirrel I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
He was top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom.
Please cut that out.
Anyways, we went into turn one.
Actually, hold on. More like Kaylee Dons. But you were saying.
What?
More like Kaylee Dons. Squirrel.
So,
He's had a few.
yeah.
No. What I'm saying, you can say it. It's okay. I already know.
So we go into turn one. He enters high, and he looks like he's pushing off the track. And I stick my nose under, and he darts straight to the bottom. And his rear bumper clips my front bumper. And instead of turning left, he turns right, and it's intended for a tumble.
Ooh. And you went for a tumble?
No, he did,
He did.
and I got
Okay.
blamed for it.
Of course. It's
Yeah.
dirt racing. If you barely touch somebody. Whatever. What about the tumble you took with Robert Turner? Tell me about that.
I love Robert. He's one of the coolest guys.
I love Robert, but
Yeah.
I love him. And I love his family. He's a very good, he has a very good family.
I don't see it as no one's fault. It was just a racing incident.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of those.
Yeah. So there was a lapped car on the bottom, and we were racing for second, I think.
Okay.
And we're going on the back stretch, and all of a sudden, I just felt something, and I saw the dirt, and I knew it was happening. So
Oh, left rear to the right front.
Yep.
Yeah. Knock on wood, I've never flipped over. Never. But I have felt that where you're looking right at the ground, and I was like, this is going to hurt. But I've never flipped over, actually. But I have literally been in the same thing where you just go,
Yeah.
this is not going to be good. But no, I saw that flip. If you can watch that flip, dude, he was up there. He went boom and went up. Yeah. And his sister, all I remember his sister doing is.
She was on the track.
No, but you can see her face in the car, and you can tell she grabbed everything.
This is
and
a
just goes
perfect
like
time
this.
for me to have my favorite Truman West quote. You want to hear it?
Here, no, shut up. No, mine is.
Cody
where's your
Dons.
wife?
Cody Dons would rather climb a tree to tell a lie than stand on the ground and
Her
tell you
sister
the
was
truth.
her sister was coming down the back straightaway, and I saw her look over, and her eyes got about this big, and her mom fucking just grabbed her dad and went like this. I mean, he was up there, dude. Like, I've never seen a car go up and nosedive and go straight up.
That was actually my grandma's first race she went to.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna
This
be
car literally went like this. Boom, boom, and it went straight up.
Yeah.
And
even I was all like, oh shit, and I barely knew him. And I was just like, this is not going to be good. And he went pump, pump, and stepped right out of the car and goes like this.
Gave the old Spencer Hill.
Spencer Hill just went like this. And I was like, that kid is fucking tough. And the next week, was it the next weekend or 2 weekends after you won your first race, something like that?
I won my first heat race the next race.
Yeah.
I won
He hops back in the car, and seriously, there's only like 3 or 4 people I've ever seen, except for professionals, hop back in a car and go out there and win a race. Usually people are like skittish. They get up next to a car and like, ooh. No, he fucking
just motored.
Doesn't care, dude. Doesn't care. And
Strapped
then,
in and dug.
Dude, kid has balls of steel.
So, Caleb, we had your sister on last week, and one thing that we really focused on was how important family was to you guys.
Oh, yeah.
What does it mean to you to have a group around you like that that's just supported you throughout your entire career? Because I know you started pretty young throughout, I know the quarter midgets and even the micros now.
Well, how old were you when you started?
4.5.
4? Hey, right here. Right here.
I started practicing when I was 4.5, and I raced when I was 5.
So, 9 years
Yep.
in racing? Jeez. And
That's
how many years in
incredible.
mini sprints? Third year?
Third season, yeah.
Well, yeah, year then, I guess.
Was it hard to adapt from the quarter midgets up to the micros?
No. My first time in a mini sprint was Travis Oldfield's mini sprint, and it just felt natural to me.
You look like a natural out there, honestly.
Thank
But
you.
to be honest, hey, shout out to Travis Oilfield for doing a great job this year.
Oh,
He
yeah.
has, or has he not?
He's doing good.
He's killing it this year.
Absolutely, yeah. He's doing a great job over there.
He really is. He's doing a lot better than I thought he was going to be. When are you going to hop in a sprint car now?
That was my next question. What's the next
When
one
is
for you?
it? Hey, I will. If you drive, I will sponsor the car to you.
I'm gonna show you this.
When are you going to give me that deal, Cody?
Spencer, your brakes go out every race.
I'm on fire. I'm not bullshitting.
Stop using the brakes, maybe? I have never changed a brake pad, brake rotor, brake nothing.
You don't
in
have
my
to
race
change
cars.
anything when you race 4 times a year.
It doesn't matter. And how many... Spencer, you catch fire. I win races. I'm sorry. I will throw him in before you because you already got it right. I'm going to throw him in as one of the youngest drivers in sprint cars, and I guarantee within maybe the first season he'll be whooping your ass. That's how much confidence. Okay, back to it. iRacing. How much time do you spend on iRacing? Speaking about sprint cars,
A lot.
you're like me. I spent
So no girls yet, right? Just
No,
iRacing.
shut up,
right
shut
now.
up, shut up.
Racing for now.
No, dude. You need to go on. You need to bring a girl over. You need to show them how good you are on the iRacing and then bed them.
This is a young one, Cody.
Spencer, I lost my virginity at 13. Calm down. You need to show
I
them how
lost
good.
all control of this interview.
All I'm saying.
I am so sorry to your parents.
I have never. I'm sorry. I hope you get to. Anyways, hold on. I'm gonna take a second. So you. Where's your shots at?
No.
Anyways, iRacing. I did get on the same rig he got on, and I tried to set a fast lap. Couldn't do it nearly as fast as he could. And he gets on there, and I'm not shitting you. The steering wheel's going like this. I'm not exaggerating. And I'm sitting there like hitting the wall, bouncing off the wall. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, Caleb, talking shit. You get on. 11:35. It's your turn. I was like, really, dude? Really? Spencer hops on. Holy fuck. And he has this huge screen. It's like an 80-inch TV, like right in front of his face.
40.
No, it's not a 40.
You have a nice rig, though.
You have like a 75. Dude, that's a 40.
That's not a 40.
What I'm saying.
Now I know what the girls are talking about, too.
What I'm saying is that his wheel's this big and his TV's this big.
Your head's this big.
And I play... Am I not right? His TV's falling off the wall because it's so big.
Yeah, it's about to fall off the wall.
Yeah, it is. And he's over there.
I think that's more of
a
structural issue.
No, we can go back tonight and see. I'm going to measure it.
Right.
It's not a 40-inch screen.
Okay, it's not a 40, but it's not an 80.
Okay, it's maybe like a 60.
I'm not sure they make an 80.
It's okay, yeah, 60 is closer to my 80 than your 40. Yeah, do your math. Do your math. Do your math.
It's 20 either way.
Oh, shit, it is. Take me off.
All right, we got to get Cody Don's home.
I know, no. But anyways, no, this kid's a shoe. And every single time I see him race, like, he's a good shoe. I've raced against him. I've also raced against Taryn. They're both really good shoes. And their family, every single time I've ever gotten off a racetrack, yes, they might be like some hotheads and stuff like that. But you know what? At the end of the day, we're sitting around a fire drinking beer. And this kid, I'm trying to shove Jello shots down his mouth, down his throat. So.
Well, I'm glad we don't let Cody hang around you too much. Because that's a fast track to corrupting your really promising career, Caleb.
Oh, yeah. No, seriously. You have a promising career in this business.
Thank you.
But,
so aside from next weekend, what else you got coming up this year? Any special shows?
We're gonna hit Garden City.
Okay.
And probably the shootout again this year for the last time.
I think last time.
Well.
Whoa! Pump the brakes! Pull a Spencer. Hit the brakes. You were saying?
Ouch.
You last time?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be our last time over there.
Really? Why?
It's just so expensive to go over there.
Well,
that's why I've never gone.
Okay, this is exclusive.
Or if you ask Cody, it's because I suck.
Exclusive. This next year might be my first year going to the shootout.
Really?
So I think we need to like start a deal here. Seriously, I'm not kidding.
I'm not either.
Okay, cool. No, seriously. We go out. The more cars you can fit in your, obviously, what is it? 7 cars, or did they change that rule? You can have like 7 cars and you can park your trailer inside without
Something
doing
like that,
yeah. So if we can get like me, you, Jacob, that's even stretching it just a little bit.
I don't know if we can get 3 cars in a trailer.
Well, I have that huge trailer,
okay.
so we can just load them in there, and then if we split it, like what 6, 7 ways, how many cars you need to get in there? It's cheap. Seriously, I would take you to the shootout before I would take.
Man, now you got the cobwebs dusted off inside that old noggin of his. His gears are cranking.
Well, no, dude, seriously, I have so much that's why I like him so much. I just have so much confidence in this kid. Like what I see, yes, you're young.
For good reason.
Yeah, oh, dude, all he has to do is just like, yes, he's young. He was like me, just itching to like go forward. But if he calms down just a little bit, dude, he's gonna be a fucking wheel. See that foot right there? See that one right there, with the checkered flag socks on. See that foot? That's a lead foot.
I'm having trouble with the connection.
Caleb, if people want to keep up with all that you have going on, how can they do that?
iRacing and Pornhub. I'm sorry, go ahead.
My Instagram is Stelzig21, and to be honest, I don't know what my Snapchat is. But
And you guys have a Facebook page, don't you, for the racing?
Stelzig Racing.
do we?
I thought you guys did.
Stelzig Racing. I'm
I
pretty
might have
sure,
made
right?
that up.
I don't know. I don't do Facebook.
Okay. Well,
He doesn't do anything but go in there, eat steak, and play iRacing and watch. What was it? Game of Thrones that I walked in on. He plays in its. What was it?
Thrones.
No,
I was watching YouTube.
What were you watching on YouTube?
Fortnite.
Really, Fortnite? Fortnite?
I wasn't. I don't
Hey, you don't have to be. You don't have to lie to be cool, man. It's cool. You're cool as is. Don't worry. You're wearing.
Cody would
No,
know.
I honestly don't know what I was watching. Wait. Oh.
No, seriously. You guys need to come out and watch this kid. If you think I'm lying, he's a wheel.
And you can do that.
I'll put him
this
against
weekend
Spencer.
at Sandia Speedway.
I'll put him against Spencer any day.
Caleb, thank you for coming on the show today. I really appreciate it. We'll make sure to get you on when Cody isn't co-host, so you get a little bit more time to talk. But it was fun, man. Good luck this weekend. I hope you kill it. I'll be rooting for you too.
Wrapping up this week's Wheels Up Wednesday, I'm here to give the second half of the watch list. Spence, you want to give us the first half?
Yeah, and real quick, want to thank Caleb Stelzig for coming in tonight. That interview went a little bit longer than I expected.
It did.
But it was good to get to hear from Caleb, and he really is doing a great job this season. I can't stress that enough. Everybody needs to go check him out. 14-year-old phenom on the track. Micro sprint driver, soon to be a phenomenal sprint car driver, I'm sure. Caleb Stelzig, though. Huge thank you to him and his sister Taryn for coming over tonight. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, a lot of potential for his future, so thanks again for coming on.
But as far as the watch list goes, NASCAR Gander Outdoors Truck Series goes to the Chicagoland Speedway this weekend for the Camping World 225. That is Friday, June 28th, 9 p.m. on Fox Sports 1. NASCAR Xfinity Series also from the Chicagoland Speedway for the Camping World 300, Saturday, June 29th, 3:30 p.m. Now going over on to NBCSN, NBC's first weekend of broadcasting. Of course, we did see the last boogity ever this past
I want to
weekend.
touch real quick, a little emotional.
That was, did you see the part before the race too, where his wife, Stevie, read him a letter that she wrote? It was super emotional.
Really?
I'll have to show it to you here.
No, I missed that,
on.
but I know, they brought out the old car, and it was just a big deal for that, so.
Yeah, and for everybody that doesn't know, Darrell Waltrip, just such an icon in the sport.
And he contributes a lot to the whole broadcast side of it,
He does.
He is one of the voices of NASCAR.
He's surely going to be missed in the Fox booth next year.
So.
But we're excited to welcome the NBC crew to the track. Of course, that is Steve Letarte, Jeff Burton, Dale Jr., and the great Rick Allen. Always do a great job at broadcasting the races and taking us into the playoffs, which is coming up pretty soon.
It is.
Speaking of the playoffs, Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series goes to the Chicagoland Speedway this weekend for the Camping World 400, Sunday, June 30th, 3 p.m. on NBCSN. And wrapping up my side of the page, that's NTT IndyCar Series from Toronto, from the Honda Indy Toronto race. That's Sunday, July 14th, 3:30 on NBCSN. Lots of good racing on NBCSN the next couple of weeks.
Yep, NHRA Mello Drag Racing headed over to New England Dragway for the New England Nationals. That'll be Sunday, July 7th at 1 p.m. on Fox Sports 1. World of Outlaws NOS Energy Sprint Cars having the AGCO Nationals Jackson Motorplex. So that'll be Thursday, June 27th and Saturday, June 29th on Dirt Vision. You can catch the Arkham Menard Series going to the Bounty 150. This will be at Chicagoland Speedway.
A Thursday night race.
This will be Thursday, June 27th on Fox Sports 1. NASCAR Can-Am Pro Series over at Douglas County Speedway. This will be the Clint Knoll Auto Group Toyota 150. I can't believe I just said all that.
I know, you're doing good. That mean
But
watch list.
you know what? That'll be going on Saturday, June 29th on Fans Choice TV. That wraps up our Wheels Up watch list.
And that wraps up our Wheels Up Wednesday for this week. Matt, thank you for coming on for the watch list. I want to thank Cody Dons, too, for joining us on the show as co-host this week. Of course, Caleb Stelzig, go check him out. Lots of good things coming out of that young driver as we move into the racing weekend here in Albuquerque for Sandia Speedway. I'll be running the sprint car again, and you can catch Caleb in his micro sprint. Matt, you're going to be going to Las Vegas again?
No,
No, you guys are going to
I
Kern.
believe we're going to California this weekend. I don't know if you can see the picture up there. That happened 1 year ago. Kern County got the win, so that was a very special race over the 4th of July weekend. So, see if we can't double down.
Yeah, hopefully more of the same on that note.
Yep.
But that is all the time that we have this week for Wheels Up Wednesday. Of course, you can always contact us on Twitter and Instagram, both are the same, at Wheels Up Podcast. Join us on Facebook every week. That's at Wheels Up Wednesday Podcast. And if you want, go ahead and email us. I believe that email is wheelsupwednesdaypodcast@gmail.com. And just let us know what you guys are thinking. Of course, if you guys would like to sponsor the show, you can always contact us about that as well. In the meantime, make sure you slam that subscribe button. Like that thumbs up down here below this video. Save it, show your friends, show your families, hide your sisters, hide your brothers, because we showing everybody what's up with Wheels Up Wednesday. Thank you guys for another great show, and we will see you next Wednesday.
What I'm saying, dead serious. What I'm saying,
Quarter mile.
it's quarter mile. Quarter mile tracks or a little bit bigger takes a real driver. Like I've literally driven.
I don't know about that, dude.
Yeah.
Spencer, shut the fuck up. You catch fire because you hold your brakes. You're out of this conversation.